Hello everyone, JRDL96 here with a brand new reaction video. As you can tell by the title, it's another Markiplier video, and as you can tell by the title of this video, it seems like we have a serious thing for him to talk about. Obviously this was posted a little later than usual, and I'm wondering, and I'm kind of curious about, like, obviously based on the title, let's be honest about this or something like that. I'm not exactly sure. I wish I knew right off the bat, excuse me, I made the biggest mistake of eating a blizzard before recording, so I might be coughing a lot. A lot of mucus will form. Yeah, let's be completely honest. So I'm really curious about what he wants to be honest about. I'm pretty sure might be some controversy about some of the stuff he's been doing with the whole sponsorship thing, the channel membership stuff, with the whole, like, the bloopers of Wilford mother-loving Warstash only for sponsors, like stuff like that. So I wouldn't be surprised if that was one of the subjects at hand, but honestly I don't think that might be the case. And this vlog is over almost 11 minutes long, almost 12 minutes. So, who knows what Mark wants to discuss? And obviously, you could. Wow, his hair is long. Did his hair get extremely longer? Didn't he say earlier this year that he was gonna start growing out his hair? I thought he was kidding, but he wasn't. I'm just sticking with the short on the sides and long on the top. Alright, let's see what Mark has to be honest about. So without further ado, let's react to this video, shall we?
I'm going to take a second to be completely open and honest with you guys. To be completely frank, unfiltered, this is a pure train of thought from start to finish. But it's an opportunity for me to talk to you in a way that I haven't in years. I have been lying to myself in a weird way. I've realized this. And it's not that I'm in a bad place right now. I'm in a very good place. Let me make that very clear. I'm in a great place right now.
Obviously.
I'm at the top of my game. I have been making some incredible stuff. I have the opportunity to make literally whatever I want, whenever I want. And that is an incredible feeling. And not only do I have that, I have the skills to back it up.
Yes.
I've been working my ass off for 6.5 years to get to this point, with this fire burning inside my soul, to get to this point where I have the skill set necessary to make great videos. And that is something that absolutely nobody can deny. I make shit videos, but
yeah.
Make great videos.
You may have some shit ones along the way, but mostly your videos are good.
I've reached this conclusion that I do not necessarily take myself at face value. And that's something that I want to change. And it's not a big change in any capacity. It's not something that's going to be earth-shattering, but it is something that requires me to take the first step, and the first step is telling you guys what's been missing. And honestly, what's been missing is these moments. I used to all the time turn on a camera and just absolutely uncut ramble. 100%.
Yep, I remember that.
Madness inside of my mind spill out of my mouth into a weird
a lot of vlogs.
of incoherent sentences that allows me to express who I am. Because, in a very selfish way, this channel is me. It is a perfect representation of the madness inside my mind and the ambition inside my soul. Everything that I am, everything that I've ever done, every single emotion and nuance of the person that I not only want to be but have become is laid out bare in the videos that I have made. That is me. But one thing's been missing in all of that. One thing's been very clearly missing in all of that. I've been doing great videos, great like almost short films in terms of Wilford Mother Loving War Sesh. I've got great plans to do even bigger and better things along the way. But one of the things that's been missing is this pure and simple, unadulterated flow of thought. The honesty, the me of it, the soul behind the channel, the personality.
The man behind the camera.
I used to be someone that wanted to be someone else. I wanted to be Markiplier so badly because Markiplier represented everything that I wanted to be. And so Mark took the back seat. You know what I mean? And the realization isn't that I was trying to be someone else. I was trying to learn who I was. In 6.5 years of doing this, I have lived more of my life than I have in the entire 29 years of my life. This journey on YouTube has taught me more about myself than anything ever in the history of who I was. And a few things that I've learned about myself are things that are very beneficial to what I do on YouTube. Number one, first and foremost, is I generally just don't give a fuck. And that's good and bad. I come down to negativity and criticism, I just don't give a fuck. But in other ways, too, on the positive side, it can allow me to see
I just don't give
a fuck. People think bad or good. And that's not necessarily true. In all honesty, no one will ever be a bigger critic of myself than I am. So what would someone else's opinion about me matter in the least? But I do care about what this channel has brought about. Like, there's no denying that this channel is one of the biggest, one of the most lively, one of the best community channels in the entire ecosystem of YouTube. And I'm very proud to say that. I don't care if people disagree with that. Doesn't matter to me. I'm proud of what we've accomplished on this channel.
21 million,
that's not to say that everyone else
millions of dollars raised in my charity.
Of what I have done.
Tour.
But then again, I haven't had this opportunity to just talk with you guys, to open up the dialogue between you. I bemoan all the time, like, I miss not being able to talk to you guys on an individual level. Boo fucking who? Like, that's not what it's about. That's an excuse. And I realize that, just these past few days, I've really been boiling up inside my mind because I've been, like, really thinking of the different ways that I can make videos to interact with people, to make the members feel like they're respected and like give them rewards for what they do, and then again not make sure that the subscribers who you guys have been following me since the beginning feel like you've been left behind. I don't want that dissonance between it, and it made me realize
Never felt like that before.
I just haven't been talking.
You've just been busy with other things. I haven't been talking to you guys. I haven't been honest. I haven't been open. I haven't had this dialogue that has always been so important to me. I have not spoken my mind. I have not said the things that are on my heart, the things that are weighing down on my soul. I have not mentioned them. I haven't gotten emotional about my own thoughts in forever. And I don't know what started that. I don't know what did it. I think it's almost this obsession with quality of mind that has led me to not do this. Because in a weird way, it seems almost juvenile to do it. But it's so important to what I am. To who I am, to what this channel represents about me. It is so important that I'm able to do this fundamental thing. This simplistic thing that seems like bullshit, but on its surface, or below its surface, is so much more. This right here is the lifeblood of this channel, is what keeps it moving through the darkness. I've talked in the past about this fire that burns inside you, this fire that keeps you going through thick and thin, this fire that pushes you through hardship towards your goal, always moving forward. And this fire catches with other people, where you guys have believed in me and believed in what I do, in the same way that I believe that anybody can accomplish their goals if they're willing to sacrifice enough. And it's a decision that you have to make. Is that sacrifice worth the chance at something better? And for me, the answer is always yes. Always yes. It's why I say I wouldn't care if my channel died tomorrow. That's not to say I don't care about the channel. I don't care because I know me as a person would never, ever give up.
And so when I move forward, and when I came out of my slump from last year, and I move into these bigger projects that I can do, it makes me realize that something more is out there. You know, I used to think that I'd reached my goals, that I had gotten to the point where I wanted to be, that I had reached the mountaintop, and yet I know now, the 6.5 years that I've been doing this, it's nothing. It's absolutely nothing. You want to know why I feel like I'm in a good place now? I finally have a goal beyond what I have here. There's no denying the success of this channel. We have so many subscribers, to the point where numbers don't even mean anything anymore. But that's not what it's about. That's never been what it's about. And I realized that. I realized the obsession with numbers is what's going to be the death of YouTube, and the death of any platform, and the death of any creator that gets too tied up in the success of it. The shining accolades, the presents. I don't give a fuck about awards, award shows. They can all go burn. I don't care. If there's one thing that doesn't mean anything, it's a...
You won't be seeing him on award shows.
Opinions don't mean shit. Action means something. Taking those opinions to heart, executing those opinions, making those opinions happen, making those ideas happen, that's what matters. But ideas by themselves wither and die in the darkness. But when you take them out and you set them to flame, you can make anything happen. What people can make, the inspiration that people take from that, the ability for someone to go even farther than they ever imagined them going. The ability for people to push themselves beyond their means. Look at me. Honestly, look at me as an example. Look who I was 6.5 years ago. Look how far I came, because I made the decision to struggle every single day. Every single fucking day. To work towards something that I wanted. I didn't even know what it was that I wanted. It changed all the time, what I wanted. But I knew I wanted something better. I knew I wanted to improve myself. I knew that there was a way to put goodwill, love, understanding, caring into the world out there. And I knew there was a way to do that through a medium that people could at the same time get joy from. And I'm still doing it. I'm still doing it to this day. And I love that. I honestly, truly, 100% love that. It's my favorite thing. And it all starts here. I know that it can be hard to get a read on who I am as a person. It's hard for me too. I'm always changing. I'm always changing what I want. I'm always changing where I'm going. My priorities always change. But at the core of it, what's important to me is being honest. Not just with you guys, but with myself. Being honest about what I want. Being open about it. Telling you guys about it. Making you feel like you're included in this. Because you are. Like you've never not been, but it just didn't seem like that, you know? And that's what I want to change. I know I'm still young, but I've never not thought about what I'm going to leave behind after I die. I always think about that. I'm not fascinated by my own death. You know, I'm not morbid about that, but I just recognize the idea behind it. I recognize that what I do is temporary. But what I leave behind is forever. Who knows what tomorrow's going to bring? I don't know. I don't even care. I've got my plans, and I know there's going to be upended plans all over the place spilling out onto the road as this train crashes down. But while I'm here, I'm going to make a difference. And hopefully you will too. So thank you everybody so much for watching. I do want to make more of these just talking vlogs. More. I miss it. I miss you. So thank you for being here. And thank you for watching. And as always, I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye!
Well, now we got a lot to discuss. He just misses, based on what I've heard, he misses talking to us. He feels like he's been lying to himself. But he doesn't see himself, in a way. Some of it, I swear to God, he could be the best motivational speaker in the history. Some of the stuff he said, look, I've been doing this for 6.5 years. Even though what I do is temporary. What happens after that, after I'm gone, is forever. Stuff like that, like quotes like that, it's just something really inspirational for a lot of people. Like, he even said clearly he doesn't give a fuck if anybody criticizes him or doesn't like his videos or whatever. Look, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck if someone doesn't like my video. I just laugh it off like, alright, don't like me, go watch somebody else. That's totally fine. I'm not gonna hate that. Like, I honestly don't care about I don't really care if anybody doesn't like my videos. Like, I just do this because I love making these. I've been doing this slightly longer than he has. I've been doing this. I posted my very first video back in 2011 because for a while I was kind of wondering with myself, like, what do I want to do with myself? What do I want to do with myself for my future, and what do I want to leave behind? And I wanted to entertain people. I wanted to put a smile on people's faces. I wanted to I wanted to be that person that I wanted to post a video so when people come home from school and they see one of my videos is in there, that even if they had a rough day, I can at least put a smile on their face. That's what I want to do. And especially with some stuff, like, look at how far he has come since he started. Look at how far he's come from it. Look, he's almost died a few times. He had the tumor and then he had the appendicitis together. He got kicked out of his house. He had an abusive relationship. He lost his father to cancer. And he was at the lowest point of his life at the time. And he just felt like doing something like YouTube just to entertain people. And then he had his old channel deleted. Not necessarily deleted, but banned for monetization. Even though he didn't even monetize his videos. So he had to make a new channel, and he was kind of unsure if he wanted to continue or not. But he kept going and going and going. And then he grew and grew and grew up until to now. He's been the same ever since. Even though he's a few years older, he's always been the same. He obviously goes through a lot of changes. He's gone through a lot of changes and a lot of other shit that has happened while doing YouTube. A lot of roadblocks hitting him. He moved to LA. I don't want to call that a roadblock, but he really, because of him started doing this and how he was growing in popularity, he was able to move to his own house in LA. He was able to do a lot of collabs with a lot of other YouTubers. And also, he had a lot of roadblocks along the way. A lot of speed bumps. Like, he had the bowel obstruction. He had to get emergency surgery. He lost one of his good friends, Daniel, who attempted suicide, and he lost one of his dogs not too long ago. He kind of felt lost. He's been really, I guess, I don't know, like, he's just, the fact that he was doing, like, he even said in, like, when he was doing the signing of the last few calendars, he even said, like, the reason why that he made some of those great sketches like Markiplier TV and even Who Killed Markiplier was just to I guess get his mind off of all the negativity, or in a sense. Well, I don't know if that's not exactly what he said. I'm just kind of interpreting it. But he pretty much said that it was just a way to like not listen to that, like not hear that in his head. And then recently, he had another huge roadblock hit him. Well, he had that 1 year, like that 1 month off. 1 month off. He started doing videos a lot less, which is fine. And then recently he had to he lost his niece. Like, he's been really, unfortunately, unlucky sometimes. Like, when you feel like he's really getting there, it just seems like another fucking brick wall he collides with. It's just another brick wall he hits, and it's just another issue. And I honestly feel bad for some of the stuff that's happened, but despite all of that, he still keeps going. And that's what I appreciate. As a creator myself, I look up to him. He is one of my inspirations to keep me going. Because there have been points in my life that I didn't want to do this anymore. I wasn't necessarily sure if this was the right choice. If this was the right career choice. I wasn't exactly sure. But seeing people like him, Jack, and others, and some of the content that they create, always cheered me up whenever I felt down. And as you could probably tell, you could see, I've really, I guess, improved in a sense. But even with, like, I just felt like, you know what, go for it. I was even told by some of my friends, and even my mom, if this is what you really want to do, go for it. This is your career choice. If this is what you want to do, go for it. And the fact that I've been doing this for almost 7 years now, it's just bizarre and how far I've become. Obviously, I was 15 years old when I first started doing this. Now I'm 22. I obviously have changed a lot. I obviously have changed from a bucktooth kid, bucktooth teenager, to an adult that can't stop talking. Obviously, it's been a very, really long road, and I know I'm not here for the fame. I'm not here for the fame. Like, I just love making videos, and I'm passionate about it. I have a passion for making videos on here, and I love making videos and entertaining people. Like, obviously, there's been a few sketches, and I guess I don't know if you want to call them short films, but more like big sketches, like big videos that I've been doing that I put a little bit more effort in. The cosplaying birthday video, which, to be honest, I believe is probably the best video I've ever made. By far, that video is probably the best video I've made. Because it was something that I've had in my mind as an idea for a video for a few months, since last October. And I finally was just kind of waiting for the right time to do it, and I felt that it was the right time, and the way that the video ended up coming out and how it came out, I was proud of it. and I was really proud of it. And I also with some of the last year, I think was 2016 by far. I know I'm I'm shuffling from one thing to another. I'm about to say one thing and I just go, you know what, fuck, I'm gonna say this now. I'm sorry for doing that, but that's how I am. I gotta be honest with you. 2016 was probably my worst year ever on here. I wasn't able to post as much as I wanted to. Because of a lot of things in my life, like obviously I had to maintain good grades in college, and I felt like I was just being drifted away from what I really wanted to do. And it was really rough, and it was hard, and it was just because I wanted to do more of this. I didn't want to, I wanted to go to college to see if it would help me with what I wanted to do, but it wasn't helping me at all because of what they were putting me in. Basic education classes, and I didn't want to be in that. I wanted to jump in head first. That's what I wanted to do. So I made a tough decision, and I knew that my parents would not be behind that decision, but I decided to drop out because I really wanted to pursue this fully, a lot more. And I started to make a video at least once a day. I've been kind of keeping a consistent schedule of uploading at least a video a day. There will be some days I miss, but I've obviously improved in viewers in some cases, but overall it's been a weird journey and a weird fun experience for me. I met a lot of good friends online, because the last year alone, 2017, was probably one of my best years ever. Seriously changed me, because beginning of 2017 was just bad, because at the time I dropped out of college and it was really, really rough. And I decided to move into a smaller room to try, I had no choice but to move in this room because I kind of got in trouble with my dad, and that's unfortunate. But I had to really keep myself together. I wanted to keep myself together, and I knew that it was not going to be easy, and it was not going to happen really quickly. If I wanted to reach the goals that I wanted to, I knew it wasn't going to be accomplished in a day, or a couple of days, or a week. I want to pursue it. I don't care how long it takes. I'll keep going. And I am still going to keep going. I ain't going anywhere. It's been a really rough... It's been rough. But by far, last year alone has been really, really awesome. This year so far has been a little, not as great as last year, but so far it's been fun. Even though it could be, I've had a lot of drama that I had to deal with in my life, and also some people that were pretending to be a friend of mine. I had to deal with a lot of people that really weren't being friends to me. A friend to me. I had to deal with shit like that. It was rough, and I've bounced back from it, and I've ignored it, because honestly, I don't want to really focus on that, because it will like it will distract me from what I really want to do and get stuff done. So it's been rough a little bit so far this year, but honestly, I want to ask you, like, have I improved? I'm pretty sure there's some people that have watched me from probably the beginning. Even people that have from the beginning to now. Have I improved? In videos, in the types of videos I make? Have I improved and have I changed the way I am? Let's be honest about that. Do I feel like I've improved and changed? Absolutely. Do I feel like I am at the level that I want to be? Not yet. No. I feel like I can go beyond that. By far. I know I can go way beyond that. And I want to reach those goals, and I want to get better at editing, get better equipment, I want to get better equipment to use, better stuff to use to improve my videos. I want to add face cam to my gaming videos. I want to really pursue that. I really want to improve. But you know what some people would say, you gotta work with what you have. And I have a shitty fucking laptop that likes to crash a lot. It's been crashing a lot. And unfortunately I have to work with what I have. It's not fun. It's kind of stress inducing, but it's whatever. I didn't really care. I must work with what I have. I don't know. But I think I'll leave it at this. If you're interested in making videos or anything like that, if you see me as an inspiration or anything, like if you were like asking for any advice, I would honestly say turn those nerves, all the nervousness, like turn nerves into excitement. If you keep fighting for your dreams, then your dreams will fight for you. Turn the nerves into excitement. It's probably one of the best advice I've heard from someone. Tom Holland. Turn those nerves into excitement. Those ideas that Mark even mentioned. If you want to set that fire, and it may just go up, and it just may set a blaze of glory. Like, turn that idea into something exciting. Like, look, a random fucking video that I made back in March, the Good Deals video. That was so random, and that's been in the works for 5 fucking years. Because I was given that character during a school dance, Battle of the Classes, by one of my friends. And I loved the way the character looked. I loved the way that I looked, that I wanted to make it into a character, an alter ego. And I wasn't exactly sure of how I wanted to do it. I didn't want to step on the toes of, like, Jack or Mark's alter egos. I wanted to be myself. And that's a lot of people's advice. Be yourself. And right now, I'm being myself. This is me. Look, I may not be the most perfect human being in the world. I have issues of my own. I might have a little bit of a temper. But it's really tough. Really, really tough to deal with shit like that, because I I'm really working on that, and I really want to improve and be better. I want to talk to you more. That's exactly what Mark said. I want to talk to you guys more. But I can't. And to the people that I've, like, pushed away and we left on, and the people that I left on bad terms with, I'm honestly sorry. But anyways, I think I'll end this here. I think I rambled for long enough. The video is really, really interesting to think about. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this honest, serious video of mine. So if you did, hit the like button, subscribe, share this video with your friends. Be sure to ring the bell to be part of the notification squad. And be sure to also check out my Instagram, because I make cool edits at Markiplier. Cool edits Markiplier. Jacksepticeye, even myself. I also do reenactments and cosplays. I recently did a reenactment of Dr. Schneeperstein, the good doctor. So, oh, I got a text message. No worries. So go check out my slowly dying Instagram account. So until next time, JRDL96 signing out, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.